I am the Gunman, and I am here to tell you the truth about the Colt Walker. I'm sure most of you gun lovers out there know the story behind the Colt Walker pistol. It was a collaboration between Texas Ranger Captain Samuel Walker and Samuel Colt.
Mr. Colt, I want a new gun.
Show me the money.
Walker wanted a more powerful handgun, one that was easier to load and that could fire 6 rounds before reloading. The Republic of Texas had purchased 180 Colt Pattersons for the Texas Navy in 1839. After the Navy had disbanded, they were turned over to the Texas Rangers. Now, the Patterson was a failure for Colt. It had to be disassembled to load and only carried 5 rounds. Walker knew they needed a more powerful gun, something better, something that was easier to load, so he met with Samuel Colt to design a brand new gun, the most powerful gun manufactured in its time. Now, I just recently came across an old journal dated in 1844 written by Sergeant Jake Savage, telling what he says is the real story behind the Walker. I think I might believe him.
Beneath a scorched Texas sky, the sun beat down relentless, a bleached skull. 3 Texas Rangers rode. Captain Samuel Walker, grizzled, eyes narrowed against the glare. Corporal Billy Bonney, barely a man, sweat staining his shirt. Myself, Sergeant Jake Savage, riding with my rifle across my saddle. We rode for days. Each carried a Colt Patterson pistol, chambered with .536 caliber balls of lead. The land, parched and cracked, offered no solace. Only the distant mountains, blue and hazy, promised a sliver of hope. Our quarry, a band of Comanche Indians with stolen army horses. The tracks led north, toward the Badlands, a maze of canyons, gullies, and arroyos. Land forgotten by God, perfect for hiding, perfect for an ambush. Captain Walker felt it. Years of fighting Indians and Mexicans honed his senses. He smelled something feral.
Hold up!
Corporal Billy looked relieved. I carefully scanned the horizon.
Captain, what's wrong?
Walker didn't answer. He listened to the silence, more unnerving than any war cry. Later that night, we found the Indians, camped by a dry riverbed, huddled around a dying fire. Walker drew his Colt Patterson.
Don't do anything stupid.
Billy and myself fanned out, flanking the Indians. One of them, a young brave, looked up, defiance in his eyes.
We only took what we needed.
Walker cocked the hammer of his Colt Dragoon.
Stolen horses ain't necessities. Now move.
As one, the Indians stood. But instead of fear, their eyes held a strange, unsettling light. Billy stumbled back. A werewolf. The other Indians followed, transforming in a horrifying ballet of snapping bones. Walker didn't answer. He raised his Colt. He didn't believe in monsters, but he believed in lead. The first shot caught the lead werewolf in the chest. The bullet crippled, but didn't kill. Walker and myself fired, but doing little to slow the onslaught. Billy stood frozen, eyes wide with terror. "Run!" Walker yelled. We couldn't win this fight. Not in the open and with these guns. We had to reach the mountains fast and find cover. We ran, horses abandoned with the werewolves in hot pursuit. My legs burned. Legs screamed for mercy. Fear lent me speed. The landscape became our only ally. Twisting, turning, scrambling over rocks, through narrow passages. Ahead, Walker saw a cave entrance.
In there!
Walker gasped. The cave was small and damp, the air thick with the smell of bat guano, and something else, something ancient. Walker didn't care. It was shelter. For now. He barricaded the entrance with rocks and fallen branches, praying it would hold. Billy sat huddled in a corner, eyes vacant. I checked our dwindling ammunition, knowing it would do little good. All through the night, the werewolves attacked, throwing themselves against the barricade. Clawing, scratching, their howls echoing like thunder in the confined space. Each assault chipped away at our defenses. Walker fought with the ferocity of a cornered animal. I shot at them with my remaining bullets, with no results. The Colt Patterson is slow to load. You have to take it apart before loading each cylinder. Knock the wedge out, then pry the barrel off using the tool. Put the hammer at half cock so the cylinder will spin freely. Pour the powder into each chamber. Get the .36 caliber round balls and put them above the powder charge. Use this tool to ram the ball down in the cylinder. Put the caps on and reassemble the gun. Billy, overcoming his terror, used his knife to fend off a werewolf that broke through. Paying a heavy price, dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of blood orange and bruised purple. The werewolves were gone, retreated into the shadows, leaving behind the carnage and a silence that was deafening. Finding our horses, we rode out of the Badlands under a cloudless sky, our faces etched with exhaustion. And something else. A newfound respect for the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the Texas Badlands. Captain Walker knew that he had to New York and meet with Samuel Colt and design a more powerful pistol. A pistol with 6 shots, bigger bullets, and some maybe made of silver. 20 years later, another Ranger would continue the fight with silver bullets. The Lone Ranger.
On your feet, Black Hawk.
Haunted by the echoes of howls in the night, and the chilling realization that in the vast wilderness of Texas, there were creatures far more terrifying than any outlaw.